So this is the flow meter demonstration rig. In the previous sections, we have already performed all types of the flow meters like venturi meter, rotameter. This is the venturi meter, this one is the rotameter, and third one is the R-phase meter. In the previous experiments, as we seen that the flow meter for the particular flow meters like venturi meter, rotameter, and R-phase meter. So here in this particular apparatus, we have to investigate that the pressure differences, or we have to investigate the operation and characteristic of the three basic types of the flow meter, including the energy losses while flowing the fluid through a section. So as we can see that here in this particular apparatus, all three meters are connected in the series. This is the venturi meter. The fluid firstly passes through the venturi meter, and the same fluid it is passing through this rotameter, and again it is going in the R-phase meter. And after that, here we have already we have installed to measure the energy losses also. So by the use of this apparatus, we can investigate the pressure drop across all three meters as well as the energy losses when all three meters are connected in the series. So before starting the experiment, firstly we have to maintain the level of water inside this level indicator, which should be equal in all columns. So here we can see that right now the level of the water inside the tubes are not same. For these four tubes the level are same, but in these tubes the levels are not equal as like here. Okay, so firstly we have to maintain the level, because firstly we have to take the reference point, otherwise we will not able to know that what is the energy loss or the pressure differences through each flow meter. Now here we are trying to maintain the level of the water in each and every tube so that it will become equal. So manually we are adjusting, then we will start our experiment and we will note down the all data. So in this experiment our aim is to investigate and characterize the flow meter as well as energy losses whenever it connected in the series. So here finally we are able to maintain the level. So we can easily see that the level is already maintained, which is around at the 220 centimeter. So before that, firstly we have to know each and every part about this experimental setup. So this is the level indicator which will reflect whatever the level in the measuring tank, and this is the power source. So we can use this power source to on and off the centrifugal pump. This is the measuring tank. So right now, and this one is used only for the closing the valve. This is the by the adjusting of this, now we can close this valve, and when we have to open, we have to keep it like that. So this is our measuring tank. So right now it's at the open position, and whatever the water, it will flow through this pipeline, it will directly come here and it will get collected, and that level it will reflect in the level indicator. So here we can see that each and every tube is connected through this tube line. So firstly we have taken the reference point so that we can measure the moment we will start the experiment, then whatever the fluctuation will occur in this particular tube, we can measure it. So each and every tube we connected through these flow meters, that is the venturi meter, rotameter and orifice meter, and also with this energy losses at the energy losses pointer. So in the venturi meter, the first tube is connected through at the convergence point. So this will show whatever the pressure at that point, so it will reflect in this tube. Second one is at the throat. So whatever the pressure is at the throat, it will reflect in the second one, and at the divergence point it will reflect in the third tube. Similarly for the rotameter, so in the rotameter the first tube is connected through here, so at the bottom it will reflect the pressure in the fourth tube, and at the top it will reflect in the fifth tube. Similarly for orifice meter, so at the inlet and at the outlet, that is the inlet and outlet position, it will reflect in the 6th and 7th tube, and for the energy loss it will reflect in the 8th tube. So now I have already demonstrated each and every parts of this particular apparatus. Now we are going to start this experiment. So firstly for that we have to on the motor. So now slowly we have to open this gate valve and we have to note out all readings. So the flow rate here, it is very low. So here we can see that the level indicating for different flow meter as well as for the energy losses point, it is showing a different level. So it means that here we can say that this is the pressure indicating here, that is at the highest position, and for the throat it is at the center. So and at the divergence point it is trying to recover all the pressure, whatever the pressure at the inlet point. So that's why whatever the pressure it is here, that is at the inlet point, it is almost equal at the delivered point, but there will be some losses. So that's why here the level is little bit lower than the first tube. Similarly here we can see that for the rotameter, we can see that at the inlet point, here we can see that the level is indicating at that point, it is at around 240 centimeter. At the outlet position it is showing here, so it means that it is at the 180. It means that there is huge pressure drop here in the rotameter. But in the case of this orifice meter, we can see that the level difference between inlet and outlet position is very low. It means that in the orifice meter the pressure drop is very low compared to this rotameter. But here and this point it is showing, this one, the last tube, it is showing how much energy losses is occurring through this tube. Now this set of experiments show that for the particular flow rate, the moment we will increase the flow rate, what will happen? The level will go up. So in the same way we can repeat the experiment. So here I am showing you. Now here I have increased the flow rate. So I am going to maintain level the flow rate at it is at the 15. So right now we can see that here the pressure drop across the venturi meter again got changed than the previous flow rate, because here the higher flow rate. So here we can see that the level is also different in the different sections. So in the same way we can repeat it for the different flow rate. Now what we have to do, we have to measure the flow rate. So for this flow rate, or for this particular flow rate, what we will do, firstly we have to take the reference point. So here water is coming through this pipeline, and now the water, whatever the water it is coming, it is going down again in the drainage, again in the storage tank. So To take the reference point, I am going to close this valve. So by using this knob we can close it. So here firstly we have to maintain the level. So here we can see that right now it is at 1. The moment it will reach at 2, I will start the stopwatch. So it is about to reach, so it got reached there. So we will wait up to the 5. So now it has been reached, so now I am going to stop it. So it is taking around 14 seconds to reach from 2 to 5 centimeter for this at this particular flow rate. So in the same way we can perform the experiment for the different flow rates. So here in the observation table we have to note down the volume collected in a particular time. So we have already seen in the video. So volume collected, so dimension of the that measuring tank is already given in the manual, and time required to measure the particular amount of the water, how much time it took, it is already shown in the video. It is already available in the video, and what was the reading of that rotameter, variable area meter means rotameter, and for that particular flow rate what was the reading of the H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 and H8. So all we can note down from the video, and by the use of all this data we can calculate whatever we have required here.